Yes, please.
Thank you, Coordinator Nephew, for your briefing, and thank you for doing this. And my question on Bangladesh is, I can recall that you visited recently Bangladesh, and corruption is a big challenge, as well as the democracy is a big challenge. But if I want to ask that, what mechanism you are, if you can give us a sense, as Bangladesh, about 62 billion US dollar sent out from the country within 1.5 decades, as the current regime is in power more than 1.5 decades. And, and all level corruption is a big challenge. And son of prime minister involved in a he has allegedly involved in corruption and using his diplomatic immunity for this. So how you are doing this sort of things when from the top level of the government someone engaged and they are using their diplomatic immunity? So what action you are taking, and would you please give us a sense that, and as Prime Minister mentioned recently, when she's visiting Washington, she said if U.S. Take any action or against this corruption or this case, they can go any other places. So, what is your comment on that?
Yeah. And so maybe just a couple of reactions. I think one, as I said, every country is dealing with corruption challenges, and our work with those governments is often tailored to assist them in addressing the specific challenges that they have. So you mentioned issues around asset movement. So some of the ways in which we cooperate with countries around the world are in strengthening their financial integrity systems, both in terms of helping them think through and work through the rules, as well as even more technical support in conducting investigations and similar. So, with every country, and this includes Bangladesh, we have an active relationship and discussion about what are the kinds of things we can do to help, strengthen the anti-corruption systems that exist, and to then work to address the specific challenges those places are experiencing. On the more specific cases, that you mentioned, I'm not going to get into specifics on any particular country. What I will say is, we have a variety of tools that we use to address corruption. Our preferred option is always to work, in close collaboration with the government on prevention, and to help them with investigations and those sorts of things. In some cases, we also have accountability tools that we use to address places where we see there is corruption that is potentially a risk to the international or U.S. financial system, and we will use those tools as need be. In fact, U.S. law requires us to use these tools if we make a determination that corruption is an issue in some places. So, as we work through the challenge of fighting corruption, we've got a variety of different ways in which we can do that. Prevention tools are the number one tool, but the important instruments of accountability are things that we're not afraid to, and in fact are encouraged under the UNCAC to utilize. And as the president made clear when he was demonstrating that this is a national security priority, both through his initial decisions upon taking office as well as through the national strategy, we only think that utilizing all of the tools that we have available is the way that we can advance this interest. So we're going to continue to do that.
One follow-up, if I may. As Prime Minister telling that if U.S. frees his son asset, so she's giving specifics. So do you have anything specific that you are planning to freeze his asset or something like that, which is built in by the corruption?
I have nothing specific to say on that.